I love her so much I could cry. She eats pepperoni pizza. Just kidding, that's not the Mexican, that's Italian. Water. Okay, everybody, Leia's back for another episode of Call It Like It Is. Whitney's not even ready. You wearing a Jelly Roll shirt?
Yeah, I wore the shirt yesterday actually too to work, but I washed it. I did laundry. You want to smell it?
No, I don't want to smell it, but thank you.
I did. I really just pulled it out of the clothes basket.
You know, I'm not a huge Jelly Roll music fan. Like, I'm not a super big fan of his music, but what a cool fucking dude.
I love him.
Like, he is the coolest, most
I definitely was
down-to-earth.
hating on him at first just because everybody liked him, and I'm one of those people.
Until you realize.
But also his name was Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
I'm like, who calls himself that?
Yeah.
But you know, whatever, man.
What a cool stage name. Dude, that's how I was with Morgan Wallen.
I tried really hard not to like him.
I tried really hard not to like Morgan Wallen.
And Taylor Swift. And look what happened to me. Look at you now, girl.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, so Leia's joining us for another episode today.
Yeah.
She better be on her best behavior or I'm throwing her ass outside. Just kidding. I would never do that to my baby. Or is mommy
little baby on a girl.
Or is mommy baby Chihuahua?
Look at her.
Yeah,
she's like, you speaking my language.
Who said you talking to me, mommy? Yeah, Bessie.
I still remember when we took her to get her butthole fixed.
Oh my god.
And I tried to feed her McDonald's.
And she didn't even
I even bought her chicken nuggets specifically.
I know, and she just was so... her poor little...
I'm really upset about the chicken strips.
Why? They're not good, you said? Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that they're brought back the chicken strips to bring back the snack wraps. That's what my hope is. Tim's saying no, but I have faith.
Baby Nene girl.
They're not the chicken selects.
Oh, true.
They're not good.
Yeah, they're okay.
I didn't think they had flavor.
Leia?
They're not the chicken selects that we remember.
Yeah, which is bullshit. And then Ruby and Brandon tried the fire sauce that came out with the Minecraft stuff. Ruby said it was so freaking hot.
I don't try anything spicy.
Yeah, I don't either. Hello?
Buffalo sauce is too much for me.
Anything. The jalapeno sauce at Taco Bell is too much for me. Like, I get...
The mild is almost too much.
Yeah. I just don't like hot stuff. I'm not... Leia?
I will tear up some flamin' hot Cheetos and sour cream, though.
Oh. You dip it in it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's good.
I've never tried that. Tim,
but it also, mutes the
we
spiciness.
Really need to get Tim that little clip-on microphone.
I know my friends.
So that hello, my friends.
Does she even exist anymore?
I hope so. Pinky Patel.
Yeah.
I love her. She's hilarious. If you're listening, go check her out if she's still a thing. We went and seen her live once, and it was amazing.
We did.
But anyways, how's your week been? What's been going on?
It wasn't too bad.
It's Teacher Appreciation Week.
It was.
So shout out, and Nurses Week.
Yes.
So shout out to all of our nurses and teachers in the world. And
yes.
you do two of the hardest jobs that there is in the world. So we're grateful for you. No,
That's
it's not.
Sure.
And you know,
I had one of my little friends. He was eating cookies for breakfast. Whatever.
I do that too.
It was a Friday.
Yeah.
Pick your battles.
Yeah.
He was eating.
Yeah.
But he was on the carpet, and I was like, "Hi, friend. If you don't go sit at the table, I'm gonna have to take your cookies. You have two choices. You can play on the carpet, or you can go sit at the table and finish your cookies." And he said, "If you take my cookies, I'm gonna take you somewhere." I said, "Where are you gonna take me?" He said, "I'm gonna take you to your house." And I was like, "Please don't threaten me with a good time. I would love to go home right now."
I would love to go to my house right now.
Yes.
Also, how do you know where I live?
Right. But he sings me Kendrick Lamar, and I
love him.
Yeah.
Screams the mustard.
Yeah, I walked in, and usually I get to work before he gets there, but he beat me in the other day, and he was sitting at the table going, "Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off."
I love kids so much.
I know. Speaking of other things, so Aspen has picked out her career choice
What does she want
She
to be?
knows what she wants to be when she grows up.
What?
You're never gonna guess. Guess.
A lawnmower man.
No.
What?
A murderer.
Stop.
Swear. She told Mom on the way to daycare the other day that on the way to daycare,
On the way to daycare.
she wanted to be a murderer when she got older.
Oh my
And Mom
God.
said, like, you want to go kill people? And she said, yeah, Mimi. And Mom said, so you want to kill people and go to jail? And she goes, well, no. So Mom was like, I guess you better be fucking good at it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
These damn kids, man.
Mason punched Jeremy in the face the other morning, too.
Like on purpose?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because, so Jeremy is super annoying.
Jeremy,
And Jeremy
be asking for
when
it.
Jeremy's awake, everybody's got to be awake.
Yeah.
Okay? We don't
sleep when
Right.
Jeremy's up.
So he went to go tell Mason goodbye before he left for work. And mind you, Jeremy leaves between like 4:30 and 5:30.
Oh,
okay? Like
in the
stupid
morning.
o'clock in the morning. So he goes in and was like giving Mason a kiss. And he does these annoying head smashes to the kid. It's whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Mom swears that's why the dog is stupid. But, yeah, so he was like, bye, Macy boy, love you. And Mason says, shut up, bitch. And he hits him with a right hook. Yeah.
He's Michaela.
That's what Mom said. He's got a mean right hook, too. I was never on the receiving end of Michaela's right hooks.
I say this.
But I swear she probably had a good one.
Jeremy needs a GoPro on him, and we need to make a series called The Day in Life of Jeremy, because I would just love.
He's going on a fishing trip.
Oh my God!
I didn't even know that motherfucker liked to fish.
I didn't even know he had friends.
He does.
I'm just kidding.
It's work. It's Tim's fam.
Oh, he's going with them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Well, that'd be
Yeah.
fun.
My fam?
Well, your in-laws.
Your wife's fam, which is now your fam, you know. But that's cool. I hope he has fun on his fishing trip.
Yeah.
I hope he has a blast.
What are
But
you doing
yeah.
over there. Oh, I thought you were like making some kind of hand signal. It's okay.
Smoke signals.
Yeah.
Did you know this was shit?
No.
You know this is slowly?
Slowly?
Did you know this means fuck you?
I did know that means fuck you. I learned something new every day.
Where did you learn that was shit?
I don't remember, but I just know it's shit.
Probably TikTok.
No, it was way before
Oh,
internet
you've been
times.
knowing it?
I've been knowing it since I was little.
Oh,
Yeah, I feel like a deaf person taught me.
you know a lot of those?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They don't know me, but I know them.
Mm.
Yeah, it's okay. Leia, can you please get comfortable? You driving Mama crazy. Anyways, so I'm dying at all of these AI baby videos going
babies,
around.
yes.
They are so funny.
Have you seen the Medea ones?
Oh, the
I'm
Medea
stuck with
ones.
Theo Von.
Yeah, the Theo
Oh,
Von,
yeah.
the little babies.
That's where I started.
Yeah, because he has the little mullet on the baby, and
Yes.
it's so fucking cute. And I love that the title of the videos was "Look Who's Talking," since that's a baby movie called
Mhm.
"Let's Look Who's Talking."
Is it? I
But-
wouldn't know.
Huh?
I wouldn't know.
I know you wouldn't. It's okay.
fine.
You should watch it sometime.
Both of these are both good movies.
They're both very good movies.
There's more than one.
Yes.
They didn't figure out who was talking the first time?
No, it's look who's talking now.
Yeah.
Oh.
But especially the one where he's with Bobby Lee, and it's Bobby Lee as a little baby too, and he's like, okay, you have to pretend like you're me. And Theo Von's like, okay. He's like, okay, you got to be my dad. And Theo's like, okay. And he goes, Bobby. That's my favorite.
I want to
one.
see a baby one where he's singing the Last Night by
Yeah.
Morgan
Last night we let the liquor talk.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to do that. Somebody out there. And I'm convinced I will marry Theo Von one day.
Wallace. I hope you do.
Thank you. One day I will. One day. It'll
Yeah.
happen. Me and
I
Leia.
hope your dreams come true.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Go.
it. I
Mainly
appreciate
'cause
that. You know,
I need that money.
it is what it is. Anyways, this week's just been crazy since I work at a university and it's the end of the school year and finals are due and projects are due and it's almost graduation.
How do you know if someone is real, like on Facebook, before you sell to them?
How do you know if they're
Yeah.
real? Click on their profile
Yeah.
and see when they made their profile picture, how many people are friends with them.
It said they joined in 2012.
2012, maybe. But they could have been hacked.
Yeah, that's my thing.
But let's see.
I'll deal with that later.
Oh, okay. Are they wanting to buy your thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
About my drugs.
Buy your thing, I said. Buy your thing. But yeah, so it's been a crazy, stressful week at work, but we're nearing the end of it. So once everybody graduates and be smooth sailing for the summer, hopefully, knock on wood. Now
When do you do your half days?
Not next week, but the week after.
So you have one more full week.
One more full week.
That's nice.
God, for a couple months anyway.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That was nice.
Thanks. So, I was thinking we could go ahead and do some Reddit reads.
Okay.
If you don't have anything else you would like to talk about for the day.
don't have anything.
I do want to say Ruby auditioned for Wizard of Oz, and she did get in. So she has 2 roles.
Where's that? Like, where's she doing that at?
At the middle school.
Oh, the middle school's doing it?
So Off-Broadway Players. Okay, you remember the Schultz Theater that used to be in Newmarket? Anyways, they used to have a theater there, and they would do, like, anybody could come audition for them in the valley and be in these shows. Well, the
kind
theater...
of like the one we went to see Matilda?
Yeah, kind of like that. So Off-Broadway Players is pretty much the Schultz Theater because it closed down. So they come over, they use the middle school auditorium.
Oh, that's nice.
As
so you don't have to, like, go far for, like, practices
So, but
and
it's
stuff.
not, like, associated with the school, but they use the school.
Yeah.
But yeah, she got 2 roles. She is a Munchkin in Munchkin Land, and she's a flying monkey.
Oh my
She's
gosh.
the leader of the flying monkeys. So I'm so excited to see her. And she's been doing her best monkey impressions, and it's been wonderful. And I'm like, what are you going to do if they be like, you just have to talk like a human?
Right.
You know, and
That's
you work
disappointing.
And
one of our old daycare friends was also...
And was her?
I saw that on the list.
Oh,
Mhm.
fun.
Do you know what I'm talking about now?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the daycare days.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that I have to get this out.
But yeah, I'm super proud of her. Kicking ass, taking names, Kicking ass in karate one day and going to, It was just Whitney. Dumbass. Okay, so
Stupid ass bitch.
my
I'm
first
just
one.
kidding.
Am I the asshole to these texts my wife sent about my dad's burial service tomorrow? So I'm going to read the text message exchange. The wife says, I will be honest, not looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be hot. The husband says, yeah, not really sure how to dress for this sort of thing. The wife goes, looks actually like 70s tomorrow. I just don't feel like it needed to be the entire big group. Should be just you, your brothers, and mom. Quick, simple, done. Just standing around looking at a hole for a small box. And the husband says, that is not entirely up to us, though. It's one afternoon, and this is what my mom wants. So that's the text message. And the description said, my dad passed away around Thanksgiving in 2023 and he was cremated. Due to multiple factors, we have not had a burial service yet. We finally have one scheduled for tomorrow. These are texts between my wife and I earlier. I brought up how insensitive I found them and told her that tomorrow isn't about her. She told me she's allowed to have her own feelings about this and that I should have spoken to her in a nicer way.
Did you punch her in the face afterwards?
Did you punch her in the face? Did you immediately walk into the room that she was in, that she texted you from, and punch her in the face?
How inconvenient that somebody died and the weather's going to be warm.
Okay, bitch, first of all, you don't have to go.
That's also what I was going to say.
Like, don't fucking go. If you don't...
Nobody goes to a funeral to have a good time.
Literally. That's what I was going to say. So, the answer to your question, sir, no, you're not overreacting.
Yeah.
You have, like, if she's like that about your dead dad, I feel bad for you, because what the fuck else is that bitch freaking out about?
You should have spoken nicer to me.
My dad's dead, and we're finally laying his remains to rest.
Do you really lay remains to rest? Like,
Yeah.
do you lay...
I guess you lay them to rest.
Dust?
Because you're laying a dead body.
No, he wasn't. That wasn't a body anymore.
No, I mean, like, if you're laying you lay a body to rest, the
Right.
ashes are essentially just a body in a box.
No, they're ashes.
But they're a body.
But it's ashes.
But it's still a body.
Not anymore.
Anyways, you're not overreacting, and I think you should probably pick a better wife, because that's very insensitive.
Honestly, because wait till you have a funeral.
Right? She's just going to throw your ass out the door.
Just deal with it.
And just, it's going to be hot that day. We can't be burying him.
My hair is just not going to do
my
well.
hair will frizz up in this heat if we bury him today.
Right.
Oh, he'll stink by tomorrow. Fuck it. Throw him in the garbage disposal. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why do you do that?
I just don't understand what people like.
Like, bitch, you don't want to go? Fake a fucking headache. Because we know that's what you're doing every time he wants sex anyway, so just use it for the funeral.
Oh, I'm sick.
And then he'll say, boo, you whore.
Right. And then he'll just leave without you. It's
like,
fine.
I cannot believe. Like, why are you making
I'm sure it was really
you?
inconvenient for the dad to die, too.
Yeah.
Imagine how he felt.
I know, man.
When they put him in that fucking incinerator. It was hot, too.
It was hot, too. It was hot, too. The poor man. Like, when I read that, I was like, holy shit. You should have spoken to me nicer. You should have not been insensitive about my dead dad. How about that? Anyways.
Also,
on to the next Reddit read.
This is why I don't fucking like people. Okay.
That's true. Bitch, you got a fucking Apple
Yeah,
pen?
when I got the iPad, it was like, it had a deal. Like, I got...
A deal?
Yeah, I got an Apple pen that I don't ever use. And then a longer charger.
Do not let Ruby ever see you with the iPad in the pen.
Why?
She wants one so fucking
Okay.
bad.
When
And I said,
when I get rich.
I said, ma'am, have you seen your room?
Or when you marry Theo Vaughn.
Yeah,
we'll
when
get
I
a
marry
floor.
Theo Vaughn will say, Ruby, I'm your new stepdad, and to get you to love me, here's a brand new Apple Pad and Apple Pen.
Yeah.
And then he would say, Rachel, here's one for you too. Anyways.
Rachel, here's $1 million.
Yeah, or he'd say, let's go fishing. And I'd say, okay, that sounds good.
All right. So this says, I'm a 20... I hate when they, like, write these. So she's a 29-year-old female, okay? And her husband is 31. I don't know why that matters.
They always say that.
Yeah.
They always say how old they are.
So it says, my husband and I have been together for almost 12 years, and I'm on the edge of asking for a separation.
I'm on the edge with you.
For any celebration, he has no idea what to do. He has completely dropped the ball on getting a gift. Getting an appropriate gift, decorating, getting a cake, or anything to make me feel special. I graduated university. He did nothing. I got my master's. He did nothing. I got a doctorate. He did nada.
Oh.
For one birthday, his relative actually baked me a cake, but he was not necessarily a part of that. I started my first day of work, nothing. He is known for not celebrating anything. I sat him down multiple times and told him I expect him to celebrate my accomplishments the way I do his. And then she lists things that she has done. Care packages for work, presents, cards for birthdays, anniversaries, and she's even told him a simple acknowledgement would be sufficient. He keeps saying he doesn't realize he needs to do these things. What pisses me off is he is a major gamer. I see him on his computer looking up specific details and information about the game he plays. He knows all the information, and if he doesn't, he looks it up. I don't understand how he has to know how to look up all of this stuff about his games, but he can't look up how to properly celebrate a birthday or Mother's Day. I'm so fed up, and I have no idea what to do. I did nothing for his 30th birthday because, honestly, I didn't want to. He had disappointed me so many years in a row that I just didn't want to do anything. He sulked all day long playing video games with his friends, and I apologized later, but now I just want to tell him celebrations are kind of off the table. It's so upsetting that he doesn't know how to do so many things, but he can look up things for his games. I hate that I'm constantly telling him to figure it out because it's the 21st century and Google does exist. I'm worried that him messing up my Mother's Day and my birthday, which is the same day, is going to ruin our relationship forever. We just had our second baby, and I celebrated, cleaned, decorated, and picked up a cake for his birthday when I was less than a week postpartum. What is the solution here?
Yikes.
For people asking me if I'm being clear with my wishes, I am. I asked for a baby shower for both babies. I didn't get them. I asked for maternity pictures, and he never planned it. I had to do it myself. I'm extremely clear with what I want, and yet he drops the ball. Whenever he realizes he messed up, he immediately becomes self-deprecating and makes me feel bad that he messed up. And then there was an update. It says, after talking to him, he knows that he is the problem and we are separating for a while. He is going to sign up for therapy, and we will be going to therapy together since we have 2 small children. He is going to look for apartments in the morning. I want to be with someone who likes me. I want to be with someone who would move mountains for me.
Damn. That's okay. Well, it's yours, so you go first.
I don't know. I kind of thought that.
Go ahead.
I don't want to say that she was being, like, over the top.
Okay.
But, like,
I feel like, I mean, I feel like I would be upset if I've voiced it.
I would be upset. Yes.
Yeah, like, hey, I've asked you multiple times to just acknowledge me a little bit more.
Right.
You know what I mean? Be like, oh, I'm so proud of you for accomplishing this, or happy birthday, I love you so much. But is she one of those girls that doesn't...
Nothing is ever good enough.
Like, nothing is good enough. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And maybe she's not. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, like, maybe he's just not a super, like, flashy person. Like, you know, he's
Like,
more
if-
of
yeah.
a, I'm going to tell you that I love you and show you how much I care by saying this and being more sentimental with you, whatever. But maybe that's just not good enough for her, and she wants to be showered with presents and gifts and
Yeah, I think
and
that's, you should
cake.
also, like, understand your partner's love language.
You should. Yeah, exactly. And if they'd been together for that long, and I feel like she would probably know that that's kind of how he is.
Right.
And just because a man Googles...
How did it say how long they were together?
I think, did she say 15 years? I think that's what she said. 17 years.
Almost 12.
Oh, we both were wrong.
She was 17 when they met. I did the math in my head.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, also, just because a man knows how to look up things about games online,
Men are really complex.
they really are. And, like, games is his thing. Like, he's going to
Right.
be able to look that up. You know, there's things that my husband, that Brandon knows about, that he loves more than anything. And there's things that I am interested. Like, I don't know. I feel like I would take more time out of my day to look up something I liked more than what I would for my husband. That's mean of me to say, but, you know, just because Google's free don't mean he's going to hop right on there and be like, oh my God, what should I get my wife?
Honestly,
Or-
just give me your debit card.
yeah.
I'll go buy myself a gift.
Or fuck, go to Dollar Tree and buy some cake mix. Bake the bitch a cake. Maybe next time she'll say, but what if she's one of those girls? It's like, oh, this was a Dollar Tree cake. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he is. And maybe at the beginning he was doing something and it wasn't good enough. And so she started bitching.
There we go.
And then he's like, fuck this. I ain't going out of my way to do shit
Yeah.
anymore. You know what I mean? Because some people do get fed up after trying and it's not being accepted,
Yeah.
you know. But then again, we don't know this. It's one of those situations.
This is why I'm going to be alone forever.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
I'll fucking kill somebody.
This is why your niece wants to be a murderer when she grows up. She's been hanging out with your ass too long.
Probably. I don't think I've ever told her I wanted to kill somebody.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean,
That's
that's
a
not
plus.
conversations that I have with a 4-year-old.
All right, you ready for my next
Yeah.
one? Okay. My husband thinks I overreacted to him paying for $300 plus OnlyFans subscriptions and having multiple X apps messaging women. Me and my husband have been together for 6 years and married for 2. Ever since we got married, he's been subscribing to women on OnlyFans, hiding his phone and messages, downloads tons of X communication apps, and talking to lots of women online. He says I overreacted. Wrong. Leave that motherfucker. I ain't even halfway done. He says I overreacted to getting upset about it. Said if the roles were reversed, he wouldn't have been so mad. I got upset. I got petty. I asked, okay, if it's like that, then why don't I just sleep with other men since you're asking for meetups? He said, oh, okay, I'll drop you off somewhere so you can shut up about it. I think this is cheating and that this is so disgusting it's so disgusting how he's treating me about it, lying about it and hiding it, but he just keeps brushing it off, shuts down with communication. Like I'm really lost on what to do now because I just feel so unloved, betrayed, and he doesn't even care. Like, do I just give up on this marriage now? Like I just feel like my time has been wasted and he doesn't care. The top comment is, your husband is a dipshit. And
I zoned
couldn't
out at
agree
the
more.
beginning. What was he doing?
He's spent 300 plus on OnlyFans subscriptions, multiple X-rated apps, and Twitter.
Okay, I
and
heard
stuff.
like the apps, but I didn't hear which ones they were.
Honey, leave this man. Cut all ties.
Yeah.
Especially
Did it say
they've
they
only
were married
for 2 years,
Okay,
and
yeah.
they've been together for a few more years than that. He immediately turned that around to make you feel like you're wrong for overreacting about that. You have every fucking right in the book to be pissed about that. Like, if you're gonna...
I think it's just gross.
It is gross. It would be different, like, if she... Because there are people out here that like to do those things together as a couple, or somebody doesn't care that the other person's doing that. Whatever, that's their cup of tea. But
I think there's a difference. Well, I guess that doesn't really make sense. I was gonna say I feel like there was a difference between like watching pornos versus OnlyFans, because they're just like actors and actresses.
Well, and that's the thing. But here's where I differentiate the two. You're watching porno, 99.9% it's free. It's online. It's like you said, random actors, random actresses, whatever. OnlyFans, you are becoming obsessed with one person. You're giving that person money. Like, I feel like, and then you're talking to them. Because a lot of the times you're engaging, those women are engaging with their fans to keep them around.
Yeah, I don't know how any of that works.
I think, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure, like, you know, because a lot of times you'll see their menus and it's like 20 hours of phone time or 20 minutes of phone time is costs this much, or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But you're married and you're not in an open relationship. You should not be doing that behind your wife's back. And then you get caught for doing it, and you gaslight her to make it seem like she's freaking out over nothing.
Yeah.
No, bitch, go on somewhere. If you want to be online with women, do not get married to somebody. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. So I don't understand why these fucking men are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get married, but still talk to these women online and blah. How about don't marry the person. If you are a person who wants to be online and entertaining different women and buying their shit, which I'm going to always root for you if you're selling your ass online. I'm proud of you. You get your ass out. You sell that pussy and make millions. I don't care, because it's not their fault that some trashy, stupid piece of shit man, you know. But anyways, regardless of the point, leave that motherfucker. Give up on your marriage. Go find somebody who loves you and you only, and not women online.
Yeah.
Because that's degrading to her. I mean, that makes her feel unwanted and ugly and shitty.
Did it say if he like paid more attention to them versus her?
I don't know. I'm sure he does if he spent $300 and talks to them all the time, you know.
Because I'm just still like, I think
and then
it's
she
gross.
was like, I'm going to get you back. And he was like, okay, I'll drop you off so you'll shut up about it. That right there shows how much he cares about you already. Because why would he ever agree? I could see Brandon now being like, all right, let me go drop you off to get fucked by this guy so you'll shut up about it. Like, no. Excuse me, bitch. I say leave that motherfucker. Isn't that what you say? Or, better yet, which she already did
what
this
I
part.
can't say is legal. So.
Well, true. Because you're a murderer.
Murderer.
She already... My thing is, you already expressed your feelings about it. You already know how he feels about your feelings about it. Like, there was no sincere apology. There was no, hey, I'm addicted to this. Because, yes,
right.
Porno is addictive. It is a disease. It is a addiction. He didn't even acknowledge, hey, I'm addicted to this. Let's try to work this out. It was immediate.
Do you think that, like, this... I don't ask these questions because I feel like it upsets people. Okay. But, like, sometimes
Okay.
I'll ask you, like, I don't, like, you're going to get upset about it.
No, go ahead.
But, like, do you feel that, like, some people just... I don't know the right words. Like, I think that, like, like drug addictions are like alcoholics, like that. I feel like that is truly an illness.
Yeah.
But like then you just have people that are like, oh, I'm addicted to pornography.
Yeah.
Or like I'm addicted to. Do you think that they just throw the word addiction around?
Some people I feel like could, but also I think that anything is addictive. You can
Nose spray.
Literally, you were addicted to nose spray.
Were.
You probably still are addicted to
still
nose
am.
spray. This bitch has no nasal cavity, I'm sure. It's probably gone.
I
It's
just
probably,
really like to breathe.
You ain't gonna be breathing when your whole fucking nose caves in.
I'll get a nose job.
With all the money we fucking have.
Insurance will cover it.
They're gonna say, and what caused this? My addiction.
I got punched in the face.
Punched in the face. But I feel like
Yeah,
you
right.
you can definitely be addicted to anything. And Corno, I feel like, is super addictive because it's so available. It's out there, which
Actually, it's really hard.
yeah, no,
They banned it.
They shut down the Pornhub unless you sign up with your Virginia driver's license. And I sure
I'm not
as
about to put my
fuck
driver's
not
license
about
in
to
a pornography site. I
Could you imagine?
okay, like I've watched them, and I
Oh,
think
yeah.
they're so cringy.
They are like, oh my god, I got my head stuck in the dryer.
Yeah,
Oh no,
I
Mr.
get, like, more-
Plumber.
I get more enjoyment out of like reading our books.
Yeah.
Than
Well, that's a form of porno, and a lot
are
of
we
people don't. Understand.
Are we addicted to smut books?
I'm not as much as you are because I do a lot of palate cleansers in between.
I haven't read I don't even have a book for.
I don't either, so
Smutt
don't
Stuff.
feel bad because it's just
We
been
can talk
a bad
about a TV show.
a bad mental week.
That
It's
I've been
just
watching.
yeah, we can talk about that. But
I'm really excited to go to Meg's and watch Dateline.
Dateline. Like we'll pay a fucking attention to what's
It's the
going on.
I'm paying attention. Y'all better shut up or go to the basement.
Well, we'll probably
It's the
go to the
Idaho
basement.
stuff.
Oh, okay. They have an Idaho,
Mhm.
Idaho, Idaho.
I was watching. I follow this one girl on TikTok, and she was saying how they like in the document or in the Dateline episode, they were saying that he carved like into the guy's legs. The Idaho for the 4 college kids that were murdered. Was it 2 years ago? 3? No, it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
There were 4 college kids in
Brutally
Idaho.
murdered.
They were like brutally murdered. Like it was fucking horrible.
In the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And the guy, they caught the guy,
Brian Koberger.
Koberger, yeah. I don't know how long it took for them to catch him.
It wasn't long.
It wasn't long, but it was a couple of weeks at least.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't immediately.
And anyway, his trial is about to start,
Yeah.
and there's still like all this information is dropping, and I don't want to say I'm obsessed with it because it was really fucking bad.
Yeah. No, it's just one of those
But
cases.
like I am really.
It's one of those cases that gets high attention, high profile.
But I
like,
think it's just like such a thing. Like people are
and
really
the mystery about
into
it.
like true. I was about to say crew crimes.
Crew
True
crimes.
crime stuff.
Yeah.
And in another world where I had the motivation, I would have become like not. I don't want to be like. Never wanted to be a police officer.
I wanted to be a CSI.
But yeah, like
That's
crime
what I
scene
wanted.
stuff.
I wanted to go dust for prints and
Yeah.
and do like, oh, the blood is splattered this way, so they were shot with
Yes.
it. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
crazy stuff. Well, since we're going off the topic, I will read one more Reddit read really quick.
Okay, you can read yours. I don't feel like reading mine.
You don't
again.
feel like reading
Mm-mm.
yours, okay? Because this one pisses me off.
What's it about?
New wife doesn't like my daughter. Before we even read it, fuck that bitch. Okay. Are you listening?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've been with my wife for about 5 years now since my kid was 10. My daughter is now 15 and not doing well in
They
school.
were together 5 years. I just want to make sure I have all the notes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. 5 years now since my kid was 10. My daughter is now 15 and not doing well in school. She's failing a few classes and can get an attitude at times. When she doesn't have an attitude, she's friendly and she is passing some classes with A's and B's like math, biology, and band. She just doesn't like PE and Spanish. Fair.
I don't like Spanish class either.
I've tried restricting her phone and giving her money incentives for raising her grades, but nothing has worked. My new wife absolutely dislikes her and has indicated she needs to go live with her mom full time or she's leaving. New wife is basically saying it's her or my kid. I get my kid needs work and I'm trying to get her to do chores and not have an attitude. I've made appointments with a therapist to try and see if he can help, but my new wife isn't having it. She doesn't even want to try anymore. My kid is only 15 and I'm not just going to throw her out or give her to her mom full time. I'm contemplating divorcing my wife. Is this unreasonable? No.
I wouldn't have even contemplated it.
No. Especially because...
But also, is 15?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Have they never been around 15-year-olds
Number
before?
one, you married someone with a child.
Right.
The day that you married that person, you married their child. You
Right.
took their child in.
But I also think that if you, like, even from the beginning, if you are going to be in a relationship with someone who has a child, you are also committing yourself to that child.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Number two, he's been trying, it seems like, to get things in order. Like, he's trying to get her to do better in school. He's trying to get her to do more chores. He's trying to get her to be better. Number three.
Maybe she should try not to be a cunt.
Exactly. A real see you next Tuesday. A
real one.
Cuntosaurus Rex.
Yes.
Number three, he even tried to set up therapy to try to get it resolved, and she's not having it.
Maybe the kid is just fucking depressed because the stepmom is awful.
That's what I'm thinking. That's when I read it, I immediately thought maybe
but also,
she's
when
acting.
you said the, like, maybe you didn't say it. Maybe I made it up in my head. But did he? No, she did say it. Like,
Yeah.
basically, she said me or the kid. It made me think of the Parent Trap, where she's
Oh.
like, me
or
them. And
And
he
he goes,
said,
them.
them.
Yeah. But that's what's wrong with
Love
this
that
fucking
movie.
world. There's too many motherfuckers that choose people over their kids, and it is disgusting to me.
Yeah.
God forbid something happened, me and Brandon split up. I would... Ugh. First of all, I'd be so upset if he had another woman. Let's be real. It would fucking destroy me. But these people are so quick to bring other people into their children's lives and then rip them away because things happen. The relationship is still
But-
new. Like,
I don't even feel like you can blame the guy unless she was like this at this, like, before.
yeah,
But, like,
she's 15.
you were together for 5 years. You didn't have any indication that you didn't like the kid before then.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I don't like all kids.
Yeah.
Like, some kids you just
Teenagers
wanna,
are
like,
hard.
flick
They're
in the
rough.
forehead.
And especially if they're, her parents aren't together anymore. There's a stepmom.
Right.
A lot
So,
of
like,
times things like that can
If
make
you
an
don't
effect.
understand kids and how they react to things, then, like, I can get
I
why
really
you-
think what it is the stepmom's a fucking bitch.
Probably.
And the daughter's like, I don't have to be fucking nice to her because she's not nice to me.
Yeah.
So why should I even try?
I've had a few stepmoms, but thankfully they've all been nice.
Well, that's good. All my stepdads have been wonderful.
Yeah.
My dad's wonderful. My stepdads are wonderful. My
Mhm.
mom's had a couple stupid boyfriends, but
We like Tree.
yeah, Tree's cool. Shout out to the tree and the
Does
geese.
he have any kids?
Yeah, he has a couple.
Are their nicknames Branches?
Branch, Stump, Bush.
Are you kidding? Because I would fucking die.
No, that's not their names.
That was they dropped the ball on that
They
one.
did drop the ball on that one. But I say
But also,
get rid of the wife, bro.
yeah.
Kick that bitch out.
Also, let your kid.
Because the moment someone
Like-
looked at me and said,
I don't like your kid.
I'd say,
Like, I don't like him either, but I gotta love him.
yeah, exactly. If someone looked at me that I was in love with and said, I don't like your kid, I'd say, I don't like you. Get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
Get your shit.
But
Don't
how
let the
did you
door-
wait 5 years to decide that you didn't like the kid?
Yeah,
Because they just don't start changing their attitude when they're 15.
no. It's like a progression
It
thing.
starts at
I feel
10.
like, yeah, it does. It
Maybe
does.
earlier.
It starts at 3, let's be real.
Honestly. Fucking teenagers.
Are we jumping into Crime Corner or... Because, yeah.
We were really unprepared for this episode.
I just feel like this week mentally has been really hard and really bad for everybody. And I know we said that last episode.
We're having a hard month.
It really is. It just...
Maybe it's because Mercury's out of the microwave. Maybe they should put it back in.
Maybe they should put it back in microwave. Hit the popcorn button.
It's the pole shift.
Who's pole shifting?
I'm gonna look this way so I can see you.
Earth's pole,
Yeah,
so it's not Riley Green's pole.
No, the magnetic
It's not
pole is
shifting.
shifting.
Ooh.
So is that throwing everybody off?
Yeah.
Ew.
Antarctica just grew 100 gigatons of ice,
Oh.
so it's not melting anymore.
Hell yeah, brother. I mean, that's
Oh.
good for Antarctica.
Yeah.
So
The
global
penguins and the
warming is
polar bears.
ending. Global warming.
I like to blame anything and everything for my like mental sanity
On global
and
warming?
issues because obviously it's not me.
Yeah, it's not our fault we're fucking crazy.
Full moons.
Also, every time I think about global
apparently
warming,
the poles. I'm gonna look it up. I didn't know that.
every time I think about global warming, I think of Al Gore. Every single time.
It's interesting, isn't it?
It is very, very interesting how my brain works like that. One person.
One man triggers that for you.
Yeah, it is.
What
Al
did he
Gore.
say about?
That was like his whole like campaign thing.
Inconvenient truth.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
wasn't-
wild.
The first, I don't really remember any. I feel like the first election that I remember is Obama's.
Obama.
Like,
Thanks, Obama.
that's just like the first one like I remember hearing about.
My first erection that I remember
Erection, yeah.
hearing about was Bill Clinton.
I remember like Bush Jr. being president, but like
Yeah.
I was a kid,
I remember Clinton.
and I just kind of remember everybody hated him.
Oh yeah, everybody hates every president,
Yeah.
no matter what.
But I
president
think
is.
Bush Jr. is the cutest old man I've ever
Oh
seen.
my
He kind of reminds me
God.
of my pawpaw.
He is so fucking. When he was falling asleep, no, he wasn't falling. Biden was falling asleep. But when he was making the little faces at
Yeah,
the
he was like-
president, he was like,
I know,
and,
he's so
and they were
cute.
like when the edible kicks in and it like
Yeah.
goes over to his face. I will say that.
I think my pawpaw is just the cutest person.
Oh
in
my
this whole
God,
entire
we
planet.
should get him on the pod.
And when Bush was making those faces, it just made me think
Aw,
of pawpaw.
Pawpaw.
He's a silly goose.
When they get old like that, though, you know. Also, imagine
Pawpaw's in his prime.
Pawpaw is in his prime.
He said something to me the other day, and I don't remember what he said. It's really disappointing, actually, because I'm sure it was funny.
We need to bring him in here because his voice
Like, you know
is
how
my
people
favorite.
would just like do that,
Yeah.
like they pound on the chest
Yeah.
with a peace sign. We've been doing that since I was a kid.
You and Pawpaw.
We have.
Stop.
I know.
I love him. Oh, he was giving Mom all hell at the birthday party, talking about all the shit she has in the bedroom, and she's like, "What shit are
I
you
think that
talking
keeps
about?"
him young.
I think so. I think he loves to hype her up. I really do.
I think their relationship is also hilarious.
Oh, I know. They've been through it, ain't they?
Yeah. So, my mama and papa,
Story time.
they were together when Michaela was born.
Yeah.
Like, I remember being with them when, like, when mom was in the hospital. I don't know when after that they split up. But then, I don't really ever remember them, like, I'm sure they didn't like each other for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I never heard my papa talk bad about her, honestly. And then Sky, how old is Sky? Sky's in 4th grade.
Yeah. Yeah.
So however old that math is, or that, I can't do the math right now.
Hell if I know. 9.
So then-
8, 9, 10.
How old's Ruby?
Ruby will be 12 in September.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know.
Ain't no
bitch,
way. We've been
bitch.
friends for almost 10 years.
I know. We'll have
That's
to have a
crazy, dog.
party. We'll have to bring cake in here and have a
I've
little
been
party.
friends with Shay the longest.
I know.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. I've been friends with Leia for 4 years.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. But yeah, so then,
She
if
says
Ruby's
it's not
12,
good.
Sky's probably like 10.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so then Mama would have moved back into Pawpaw's 10 years ago.
I think that is just
And they're
so
not even,
funny.
like, they don't say they're together, but they, like, have separate bedrooms and everything, but they literally do everything together. They fight like they're still married.
Oh my God, I love it.
And Mama has Pawpaw listed in her,
As her beneficiary?
not as her beneficiary. I'm her beneficiary.
You are?
First, I don't
So
even remember
sweet.
what it was for. She told me the other day, she said, I want you to come back here. And I said, Mama, okay, let me finish eating supper. And then I get back there, and she said, this is all my insurance papers. And she did call me and ask me one day, like, for my information to, like, put down. And she's like, you gotta take this, and I want you to take this, and I want you to pay off something. I was like, you got it written down on a piece of paper? Are you sure you want me to do it?
She's putting you in. She trusts you.
My dad, you remember my dad a while back was like, we had to have that.
You had to have that talk.
Yeah, it fucking stressed me out,
I know.
Willie. Dad just has this thing about where he'll call you and be like, we need to talk. And then I'd be like, okay, talk. He'd be like, no, I gotta get your brothers and your sister over here. And I'm like, Dad,
Just say it.
just have us over for dinner.
Just have
Like,
It's stressful.
right. He called me.
Yeah.
I do. I love him. He's so funny. He called me the other day and was like, I have some bad news. And I was like, I always brace for I'm like, who died?
Yeah.
And he goes, I have to go to I don't know the proper name. He had to go to the back, like the doctor for his back.
Yeah.
And here I'm thinking like cancer, like they found fucking tumors.
Yeah.
And he's
His
like,
back's broke.
yeah. And I know that he's been having issues. Like sometimes I just have like so much shit going on in my brain that I just put it it's in a corner of my brain somewhere. And then he brings it up and I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like the
Um,
little filing cabinets in there.
yeah, but he has some compression fractures, and I know that they do cause him like a lot of pain
Yeah.
and irritation. And there was something else about his spine that's fixable without surgery. So thankfully he's okay.
Yeah, but
But
was the
he
way
just came at me. I have bad news, and I'm like, okay.
Dude,
Anyway,
that's like Dad. He'll text me and be like, "Are you busy now?" And I'm like, "No. Call me when you can." Okay, is everything okay?
Fucking worse.
And then he goes, "Yeah, just YA, yeah."
or my mom, she'll be like on her phone and she'll go, or she'll just say, "Oh my god," and I'm like, "What? What, Kim? What?
What is it? Who died?
And she'll be like, "Oh my god, look at this! Look at it!"
This cute little piggy on my phone.
Like, god damn it!
Oh my God.
I'm constantly reminding them that I'm on anxiety medication.
Yeah. Mom will call me and be like the other day she calls. Hey, you remember that time that there was that bird pecking on the window back at the trailer a long time ago? And she goes, and such died. I forget what she said. She said, remember? I even put a blanket up over the window and it still was pecking and pecking and pecking. She was like, and somebody died. And I was like, yeah, I try not to remember that. 'Cause
Right.
It bothers me. Oh, it was Granny died and our dog Ace died. And when she covered up the one window, it flew to a different window and started pecking on the window. So my Aunt Barb calls her the other day.
Hold on. Was it a crow? A blackbird?
I don't know. She didn't say.
Okay.
Let's call her.
Anyway, while we're calling your mom, I forgot that we were talking about the meeting at my dad's house.
Oh, yeah.
So
Look, we already flew.
Right. I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest sibling from both parents, or
Yeah.
oldest child from both parents. And then like Bubby's 4 or 5 years younger than me. Luke he'll turn 19 this year, and then Kylie, same age as Maddie. I can't ever keep up.
13.
Yeah. So Dad was like, who do you want to have, deal with all of this?
And they looked at
And
you.
they all pointed their fingers at me.
Yeah, they said, Whitney's got this
I
shit.
said, guys,
Guys.
I'm not an adult.
I can't do this. I can't handle it.
Even though I'm almost 30, I'm not an adult enough
Yeah.
to deal with this.
Yeah.
Hire someone.
Hire somebody.
But no, it's
Watch.
me.
Is this bitch going to answer? That's the question. She's either smoking, using the bed. Oh,
Hello?
are you busy?
Not right at the moment, I have been.
Oh, do you have a moment to talk about the bird?
Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Oh, the red bird?
Okay, so yeah, tell us the story. I was telling Whitney about the bird that was pecking on the window and Ace and Granny died.
Yeah, what
Okay,
about
okay,
it?
tell the story.
She's God damn it, Rachel! I was trying to take a nap.
I couldn't sleep at night, and I would go out on the couch so I wouldn't wake everybody else up. And it would even peck on the window at night and through the
that was a
day
demon.
when I was home.
Whitney said that wasn't a bird, that was a demon.
Well, whatever it was. Now Aunt Barb has a bird pecking on her window. But yes, it would peck on the living room window right where the couch was at night if I was laying out there watching TV. And through the day, if I was home, it would peck. If I go to the kitchen, it would go around the trailer and go to the other window and peck on it. And yes, my grandma died, and like a week later, and my dog died.
Did the bird
And-
stop pegging?
Did the bird stop pecking when they died?
Yes.
She's a
And
witch.
I also believe it because when I was little and my little brother passed away, we lived in these apartments and we didn't have no screens on the windows, but it was so hot we had the windows open, so a bird came in, and he passed away. And when he was 9, and my grandma said when the bird got in the apartment, it was a sign that somebody was going to pass away.
What the hell?
And it was my grandma that passed away from the red bird that told me this.
A red bird?
A red bird. So was it a cardinal?
I don't know. Can't remember which one got in the apartment.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind it was that got in the apartment, but the one at when I lived up, what was the Chimney Rock Road, or what was that called?
Runion's Creek. Yeah.
That's where it was pecking on the window when I lived there.
Oh, that's crazy. And now Aunt Barb's got one pecking. So we were talking about how you parents like to scare us sometimes, and how you tell us something, like, and then you say, what? And then it's just something silly. And I said, well, yeah, Mom called me to tell me Aunt Barb's got a bird pecking on her window now, too, and someone's going to die.
Yeah, and we said, we didn't want to bring it up.
Oh.
So we didn't mention the death part, but we both knew what it meant.
Oh, sorry. Well, I brought it up. And
Well,
do you think one time I could call and you could tell that story of that weird man you went on a date with that tried to sacrifice your body in the woods?
oh my gosh.
Can we talk?
When?
I don't know, sometime.
Oh.
Okay. All right, we'll save it for next episode.
Okay.
Right, tell her to write it down for us. Send us an email.
I know we need a Cindy Chronicles section where we just have her tell stories.
I've been clearing brush all day.
Oh man, you've been out there working hard in the yard.
Freaking
Yeah, we
AED's
cleared
about
this
to come
place
take
up
their
here.
brush,
It's on
you
the
know what
flat,
I'm
and we're going to put a swing up there.
Whitney said, did you say the AED?
Yeah, I don't remember the name
Because
was.
the AED's that thing you get when someone's having a heart attack. Or like
What did
can't
she do with-
She said the AED's gonna come get your bush plant, if you know what she's talking about.
Who did
Oh
come?
my God.
And she meant to
Homeland
say
Security.
the ATF, and she called them the AED.
I knew it was
Well,
something.
we got 4. We got 4 up already, so yeah,
Well,
I'll have some.
you better have them marked so they don't come tear them up again.
Don't lie. Don't. Yeah, you believe me? I know every law it is about now.
Well, we'll have to tell that story on another episode of the
The
Cindy
AED
Chronicles.
came to
They
see
flew
them.
by last year and they never came and got them, so
Oh,
we
well,
had them right.
well, good. All right, well, love you. Thanks for talking.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Ah.
She's freaking wild.
She was like, yeah, Rachel, we weren't going to talk about how people die.
and I brought it up.
Tim said it's because she's Appalachian.
It is.
Have you ever seen those TikToks?
about us Appalachian people?
Yeah.
No, not about the people.
In like the woods and stuff. Or like
Oh,
the-
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The kids are obsessed with skinwalkers right now.
God, well, I'm glad they are. Did I ever tell you what Sasquatch? Okay, so the next town over from us, they have a wood booger festival. I don't know if I ever told you all about this. I don't know if I talked about it on the pod. So Sasquatch down there is called a wood booger, which we've always called monsters boogers. Mom used to say boogers gonna get you, because that's what we called them.
We
Was
told
boogers.
Mason Monster gonna get him. Whenever.
They're called boogers.
Monster gonna get you.
Or like
It's boogers.
boogeyman.
Like boogeyman. That's probably where it came from. Boogers.
Well, that don't scare me.
Oh, the booger's gonna get you. Well, it's you associated
Fucking
it with
hillbillies.
monsters. But anyways, they have a wood booger festival, and they have this huge Sasquatch statue. It's the coolest thing ever. And every time we go down, Brandon's like, "Damn, we need to come down when they're having the wood booger festival, because it would be so cool to go see that." But I don't think we're
I
gonna
think
have
West
time.
Virginia has like a Bigfoot festival or something like that.
They probably do. They probably also have a Mothman and a
Maybe they have something. All right.
Chihuahua. Do we have time for Crime Corner? We do. Okay. You going first?
I'll read mine first.
This is Crime Corner.
Nanny Doss confessed to killing 4 of her husbands,
Ooh,
her
I've heard
mother,
this.
sister, 2 of her children, 2 of her grandsons, and a mother-in-law over a 27-year killing spree. Nanny Doss may have seemed like a loving grandmother with a charming smile, as one local Oklahoma newspaper described her, but investigators began to suspect there was something sinister behind that smile after every member of her family mysteriously died, one by one, over the years. In the end, the giggling granny admitted to murdering 11 of her family members.
The
This
giggling granny.
Yes. The sensational case made headlines across the country at the time, and it has recently sparked newfound attention on social media. People is looking back at Doss's crimes and how authorities in Oklahoma finally came to realize she was responsible for her family member's death. Her childhood was heavily impacted by her abusive and demanding father, Jim Hazel, according to the Encyclopedia of Alabama.
Did you just say the Encyclopedia of Alabama?
Born in 1905 in Calhoun County, Alabama, Doss was said to have an unhappy and difficult childhood, as her father largely kept her out of school to work on the family's farm. He forbid his daughters from wearing makeup or dress clothes growing up.
Pause.
Doss's father kept her and her three sisters from attending social events as well, according to the Muskogee Phoenix. According to the newspaper, this strict shielding and a head injury Doss sustained when aboard a train, her head was slammed into a metal bar, contributed to her struggles growing up. The injury led to severe headaches, and the head injury had also impacted her view of life as a whole. Doss had 5 husbands throughout her life, first marrying at the encouragement of her father when she was 16 years old. She and her first husband, Charlie Braggs, had 4 daughters between 1923 to 1927 while living with his mother, according to the newspaper, leading to Doss becoming increasingly stressed. 2 of her daughters suddenly died in 1927 from suspected food poisoning, prompting Braggs to become suspicious and leave his wife, taking his oldest daughter with him. Braggs' mother then suddenly died, and he returned to his childhood home soon after he and Doss divorced. According to the Phoenix, he is the one surviving husband throughout Doss's life. The newspaper reported that Doss went on to marry 4 more men. Frank Harrelson, an alcoholic who died after ingesting rat poison 16 years into their marriage. Ari Lanning, an alcoholic womanizer who also died after ingesting rat poison soon before Doss allegedly burnt down their house with his mother inside. Richard Morton, who died 3 months into their marriage after drinking coffee spiked with arsenic, and Samuel Doss, a Nazarene minister who disapproved of Doss's romance novels and died a little more than a year into their marriage.
Well, I guess we'd have to kill him too.
From a similar arsenic poison found in his coffee.
Dang it.
Doss's final husband's death raised suspicion, according to the Phoenix, leading to a local doctor performing an autopsy that revealed the massive amount of arsenic in his system. Samuel Doss's 1954 murder, which led to Doss's arrest, was the last in what's suspected to be a 27-year killing spree that took at least 11 members of her family's lives. In addition to her husbands, Doss is believed to be responsible for the deaths of her 2 children, her own mother, Lanning's mother, who was her mother-in-law, and one of her sisters, and 2 of her grandsons. She confessed to the crimes while being questioned for Samuel's murder, according to the Encyclopedia of Alabama. Leading to an
I'm sorry. We're going to look that shit up. The Encyclopedia of Alabama.
Leading to an initial death sentence after she was found guilty for murder, according to the Alabama Encyclopedia. A judge later declared her insane, however, which removed her death sentence. She died in custody at the McAllister State Prison in Tulsa, Oklahoma, after she was diagnosed with leukemia. She was 59 years old, and according to the newspaper, died exactly 10 years after she was first taken into custody.
Damn. The giggling granny. Got a picture of that bitch? Let me see her. She looked like a killer. She looked like a killer. She a killer. She a track star.
She a killer. She a track star.
So the Encyclopedia of Alabama is a free online resource that provides information on the state's history, culture, geography, and natural environment.
Oh.
So it's just an encyclopedia about Alabama.
So does every state have its own encyclopedia? Like, is there a Virginia?
Yes. It looks Virginia has one.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll have to check it out at the library and read it. All right.
The more you know.
Oh, the more you know. The more you blow. So my article, usually I type up my own little version of the story.
I just stopped doing that.
But
lazy.
this week has not been a good week for me, so I'm reading my article from truecrimenews.com. The article is titled, Kansas Man Allegedly Stole 800-Pound Historic Cannon to Pay for His Drug Debt. Wichita, Kansas, a man allegedly stole and broke a 125-year-old 800-pound cannon from a local park because he hoped to sell it to repay his drug dealer. According to the Wichita Police Department, on April 3rd, police learned that a cannon had been stolen from the Spanish-American War Memorial at Riverside Park, and they began searching for the culprit. That night, they found the cannon at a home but noticed it was significantly damaged. They arrested a Gordon Pierce III on charges of theft, vandalism, possession of methamphetamine, and other outstanding warrants. On Wednesday, May 7th, the police department shared surveillance and drone footage of how they tracked Pierce's vehicle through the city. In one clip, part of the cannon is seen and heard dragging behind his SUV, which caused tire marks along the roadway. According to Pierce's arrest affidavit from May 2nd, officers noted, quote, very clear drag marks gouged into the roadway where the cannon had been displayed, unquote. So they followed those lines to a home in North Woodland. Officers spoke with the man who lived there, Cody Miller, and asked if they could look inside.
That's my cousin!
Holy
I'm just kidding.
shit. Asked if he looked inside, but he refused. Miller allegedly told police that Pierce brought the cannon to his home April 1st at 3 a.m., but Miller said he did not want that on his property. Pierce was reportedly freaking out, and he put the cannon, which had been cut up, in the garage. Miller reportedly said Pierce used a saw. I'm sorry, it's just so funny. Used the sawzall to cut the cannon, which took 7 hours for him to cut this cannon up. Officers went to Pierce's residence and found a blue SUV that matched the one in the surveillance video in Miller's description. They noted 3 large circular chunks of teal metal that appeared to have come from the cannon in the back seat. Police arrested Pierce and found meth in his pocket. During an interview with officers, Pierce admitted that he had been using meth for 20 years, and his And his dealer allegedly recently gave him 1 pound of the drug to sell, though that made him uncomfortable because he didn't think he could sell it. He reportedly brought the meth to his friends, but he claims he was knocked out by an acquaintance who stole all the meth. He told the dealer he got robbed, and the dealer allegedly told Pierce he owed him $20,000 or that he would shoot him and his family. On the morning of the incident, he allegedly offered a homeless man meth in exchange for helping him move the cannon by placing chains around it and moving the chains with his car. Once he took the cannon apart, he reportedly brought the pieces to his drug dealer to show that he was trying to pay what he had lost. The dealer called Pierce stupid and said he was going to shoot him in the head next time he sees him. That reportedly made Pierce feel hopeless, and he wanted to tell his mom about what he did, but she was asleep. According to the affidavit, Pierce advised there was no specific reason for choosing the cannon other than it was in a dark area. He said he didn't have a plan for selling the parts either because he did not have an ID, which is needed to sell scrap material. City officials told police that the cannon, which was a gift from 1901, is valued at over $100,000 and weighs more than 800 pounds. Wichita police said in a video, through good old-fashioned police work and following the clues left behind, justice prevailed.
Fucking meth's a hell of a drug.
Meth is a hell of a drug. The fact that all they had to do was follow the fucking grooves in the road of it being drugged to the location, like, holy shit. And he wanted to tell his mom, but she was asleep.
I hate when my mom's asleep. I gotta tell her
I
something.
know, like, Mom, I just stole an 800-pound
Did you ever do something while your mom was asleep? Like, you asked your mom to do something while she was asleep, and then she wakes up and she's fucking pissed.
Yeah.
And you're like, but Mom, you said yeah. She's like, 'cause I was fucking asleep.
Yeah. That's
does that
some
all the time.
bullshit. I used to hate when I'd tell my mom something while she was asleep, like, I need lunch money or something. And she'd be like, you did not tell me that. And I'm like, bitch, yes, I did tell you that.
I told my mom things while she's awake, and she said she swears I don't tell her. We let it slide.
It's a mom thing. It's a mom thing.
I also just read this headline for this news article.
Oh, God. What does it say?
Woman allegedly shoves cheesy nachos down her wife's pants during an assault.
Hell yeah, brother. That's my kind of assault. Shove some nachos down my pants.
Yeah, her wife shoved the nachos down her pants and then licked it up later.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Their makeup
She
sex
went to jail.
was her. She went to jail for assaulting her with nachos. Speaking of meth, and you all know, if you don't know me yet enough to know that I love raccoons. It's my favorite fucking animal. Just wait.
I thought Rachael was gonna drop a confession on us.
I am. And you know that I love raccoons, but I don't love meth. But anyways, there was a raccoon caught in the driver's seat of a car with a meth pipe.
I saw that!
With a meth
Jill
pipe.
sent it to us.
Yeah, and so did Shay. Sent us it's a actual news. I don't know if they had arrested this person or like something was going on, but there's a fucking raccoon in the driver's seat of this car with a meth pipe in its mouth. Craziest shit I've ever seen in
And
my
then
life.
the lady was like, she tried to get it, and the cop was like, no, don't touch that. And she's like, well, I don't want him to have it.
It's the best thing ever. Well, let's just go ahead and say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And even if you're just a mother figure, if you're a grandma, if you're a adopted mother, if you're a fur baby
I
mother.
want to go take a bath in lotion.
What the
I'm
fuck did
so
that have?
itchy.
What did that have to do with anything?
Anyway.
Well, anyways, you don't have to be a by blood mother to celebrate your Mother's Day. And happy Mother's Day to all of those that don't have their mommies this year but are celebrating with them in spirit and, you know, all that sad jazz.
Yeah, what Rach said.
What Rach said. And we'll see you next week on another episode of Call It Like It Is. You better go take that lotion bath.